In this video, I'm doing a commentary on a match between Victor Ashkenazi and John O'Hagan at the Chicago Open 2023. This is the Howard Markowitz Masters event. This is part 2 of the video. I'll put the link to part 1 in the description. Victor is playing the black checkers at the top, John the yellow checkers at the bottom. This is an 11-point match. And the score is 8-7 in favor of John, 3 away, 4 away. So we're going to resume. This is the second half. Now Victor rolls a 5-4, brings 2 checkers down. John has made a 3' on his side. With the 5-3 he can hit, sends another checker back. Good play. 4-2 for Victor. That's a good roll. He gets to come in and hit back. Now Victor has 10 checkers in the zone ready to attack if John rolls something bad. He comes in with a 6-4. The 4 is forced, and he's going to do the tempo hit, 8-2. Otherwise, he's in danger of getting attacked by Victor's black checkers. And Victor rolls a 6-2 from the bar, so he's forced to come in and hit, and he comes out. Now John has 3 checkers back. He rolls a double 2. That's a good roll. He gets to anchor and brings 2 down, unstacking his midpoint, making the 11-point. Good play. Victor's on roll. He's known for shaking his dice for a very long time. And he rolls a 2-1. Doesn't have anything productive, but making the bar point. Does leave 2 blots in the back. John's looking to hit with a 5 or a 3. He does roll a 3 with a 6. So he hits 11-8 with the 3, and with the 6, he could clear the 11, or it looks like XG says it's a little better to bring one down from the midpoint. I think I'd probably just bring one down from the 11 because the checker on the 11 is not really doing much. That's what he does. 6-2 from the bar again for Victor. Comes in and hits. You'll notice in this video I also have the player cam, the XG feed, the pip count, the scoreboard, and a small video of me by request. I hope you enjoy that. Now 4-1 for Victor. He's not on the bar. He safeties that blot with the 4 and comes up to see daylight. So he moves up to the 23 points so he can escape with 6s. That's called seeing daylight. Now John rolls a 3-2. He gets to unstack those 2 checkers and make the 3-point. It blocks Victor's back checker a little bit more. 4-2 for Victor. See, he'd like to step up with that 2, but then he doesn't have a good 4. I guess he's going to come all the way out. That's what he does. That's the best play by XG. He doesn't really want to leave that 5 shot, but you notice the 5s are duplicated to hit and escape the back checkers. The back checkers need 5s or 6s to come out. So if he's going to have to hit with a 5, he won't be able to escape unless he rolls another 5 or a 6. John wants something good. 5, 3, 2, 4, 1. He rolls a 2-1, so he splits the back checkers, and look, XG says it's better to play 13-11. That duplicates the hitting 3s and maintains the 3', keeps the bar point. Let's see what it says on plus plus. It's still better on plus plus. So this is one of the things you can do in the feed when you're doing the transcription. You just highlight the 2 plays and click on the plus plus and it'll show the analysis. Usually it doesn't take too long to do that if you only have 2 plays or sometimes 3 plays. But that's the fastest way to do it. Maybe John is counting the race. He's way behind in the race. Here, fortunately, we have the pip count in the upper right and lower right corners with the score. And later when they're bearing off, it'll show how many checkers they have off. They're playing on a beautiful FM Gammon board designed specifically for the Chicago Open. These are really beautiful boards because you can change the surfaces. I really like that. I have an FM Gammon board, but it's wood. This one looks like it's leather, which is much lighter, and I'd love to get one of these. They're not available on the website. But I love these boards because you can customize it. All right, Victor rolls a 4-1. And he plays 17-13, 8-7. Realize I don't have the clock on this video, but I'll try to put it in. For 2 for John. He comes out with the 4 and down, maintains a little contact. Now Victor's doubling. So John is behind in the race by 24 pips. Victor has 10 checkers in the zone, threatening to hit with a 4, but he only has a 1-point board, and John has a 3-point board. John does have 3 checkers back, and Victor has escaped his back checkers. Now the score is 4 away, 3 away. Black wins 73% of the time, but not too many gammons. In a one-way gammonish position, you can double pretty aggressively at 4 away, 3 away. So he plays the 5. He's looking, he's not going to hit, you see? He doesn't need to hit, he's just ahead in the race. John put that as bait. You see it was an error. Now double 5. Great roll for John. He's able to make his anchor on his 16 point. And what is he going to do with the rest? Just bring 2 down and play 11-6? That makes a lot of sense. That's what XG likes. See, with that 16 point, you are having a lot of contact there with Black's midpoint. And you notice that that 16-point anchor blocks 4s from the midpoint. And the 21-point anchor blocks the 4s from the 8-point. So that's kind of nice. So he does do that. 6-5, good roll for Victor. He brings 2 down, safeties them. John rolls a 4-2. That's a good productive roll. He makes his 4-point. Now he has a 4-point board and a solid 4 prime. The back of it is slotted, so that'll help him contain a checker if he's able to get a hit. 6-1. Not a good roll for Victor. He'd like to have cleared with a 6-5 or a double 6, double 5, double 3, or double 2, even a double 1. So he plays the 6, 8-2. And looks like XG says it's better to play off to make the ace point. But they're pretty much tied. John rolls a 6-3, plays inside, makes his board. Now he has a 5-point board and a 5 prime on his side. Victor's going to have to be careful. He rolls another 6-1. He plays to his ace point. John rolls a 6-5. I think he's going to have to abandon the anchor on the 16 point. And he's looking at, I guess I call it a pseudo double falcon, bringing 2 off there. That's basically tied. While they're doing that, I'll try to get the clock up. There we go. So now we have the clock available. Now John rolls a 4-3. He can make his board or he can just run. Looks like running is better. You don't want to leave a shot against a 4-point board. So now Victor rolls a 3-2. He can't break his midpoint and leave a shot. It's just too dangerous. Looks like XG says to play 7-2, even though it uses a 6. John rolls a 3-1, makes his board. Victor's going to want something good here. Double 6. That's a fantastic roll. He just clears completely. Now he's up 39 pips in the race. 5-3 for John. Brings one out and brings one in. Victor's in the driver's seat unless he rolls something bad. 5-1. That's okay. Just plays one in. 4-3 for John. He's just going to keep the contact in the back in case Victor rolls something like 6-2, 6-3. Double 5s. 6-5 is okay. He plays 2 off. Now, Victor's going to have a few bad numbers next if John's able to stay. So John saves a 6. And Victor rolls a 6-5. That's 4, so that leaves a shot. 12 numbers. All 1s plus, all 2s plus double 1. John doesn't get it. He rolls a 6-5. He runs all the way. Double 3 for Victor. Bears off 3 checkers. Double 4 for John. Brings 1 checker in, the second checker, and 2 off. John's going to need a miracle here. Victor bears off 2 checkers with 3-2. 6-4. Takes 1 off and plays 6-2. Victor rolls 4-1. Hard to tell how many checkers he has on the ace point. Looks like maybe 7. 3-2 for John. Bears off 2 checkers. 6-3. Bears off 2 checkers. And that looks like gin. Or at least almost. John's going to need double 6s now, or that's it. That's it. So they're going to move on to the next game. Please be sure to like and subscribe. That way you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. Let me know in the comments what you think and what you'd like to see in future videos, and I'll work on that. This is being produced with permission of Bill Riles and Ace Point Backgammon. Thank you to Bill for allowing me to use this video. I'll put a link to his YouTube channel. He has many videos. Definitely recommend it. And he does an outstanding job in his streaming. Victor splits with a 2-1. John makes his 5 point with a 3-1. Now Victor's leading 2 away, 3 away, 9-8. And he rolls a 4-3. He plays the 4 down and the 3 up. XG wanted him to stay back. Now John is looking at doubling. So where are we at? John is behind 3-2. That's an incentive to double. He does win some gammons here. John has a 2-point board versus a 1-point board. John only has 8 checkers in the zone, while Victor has 10 checkers in the zone. Both players have 2 checkers back. Victors are split, which is kind of an asset and a liability because they can be attacked. But with only 8 checkers in the zone, John's going to need something really good like double 4s or double 2s to really attack. And he does double. Look at that. That is a small double. XG says it's a small double, but it's a very comfortable take. What happens when you're the leader at 2 away, 3 away, and you get doubled, the cube is dead. You can't do anything with the cube. You can't redouble. So it's killed. Double 2. What a great roll for John. He makes the 4-point on head. And what's the other half? He's going to split and bring one down. Great. Now John's looking for a double gammon to win the match. They are playing dice on checkers is valid, so he rolls a 6-3. He comes in with a 3 and the 6. He hits for tempo. There's no other alternative. John wanted a 3. He doesn't get it. He rolls a 5-1. So he comes in with the 1, maybe, and he's going to hit with the 3. Is that what he's going to do? That is what he's going to do. That's a tempo hit. Try to make Victor dance. 25% chance of dancing on a 3-point board. And he does with a 5-4. Now John has the initiative. He can hit with 2s, cover with 5s. There's the 5 to cover. Now he has a 3. He can split his back checkers or bring one more into range. Looks like XG wanted you to split. But smaller. Oh, Victor dances again. Now 6-4. He can hit there or he can hit the checker on the other side. So let's see what XG is saying. See what happens if you hit on the 2-point, you win gammons because you prevent him from anchoring. Hitting on the other side with 24-14 wins more games. But at this score, the gammons are valuable. But sending a 3rd checker back also helps you win gammons. Victor needs something good here. Double 1. That qualifies. So he comes in with 2. He's already anchored. He can unstack his 6-point. Bringing them all up is actually a blunder. He can hit, but that's also a blunder. So bringing them all up to the 23 does safety that checker, but this is much better because at least he makes a 2-point board. Good play by Victor. Now John rolls a 3-2. He's able to hit with the 2 and he brings the checker down to safety with the 3. John's a big favorite. 6-1 for Victor. He comes in with the 1 and he's going to be able to hit. Now John has good 5s from the bar. He can't come in with a 5, but he can hit with a 5, and that's what happens. He rolls a 5-4. He's forced to come in with the 4, and he's able to hit with the 5. He's got over 40% gammons here. Victor's on the ropes unless he rolls something good. 4-2. At least he didn't dance. But this may have been worse because he's forced to come in with the 2. He hits with the 4 for lack of a better alternative. And John comes in with a 2-1. He's able to come in and hit another checker. Victor wants to anchor with a 2. That will give him at least a double anchor back game with not enough timing. But he comes in with a double 2, so he comes in, hits, and just making the 4 point. Doesn't have enough timing at all for a 1-2 back game. You need about 100 pips of timing, and that just slowed him down. John danced from the bar. Victor's has a lot of work to do. 2-1. The 1 is good. He has to advance that back checker. That way he can hit with a 6 and maintain both his anchors. And with the 2, just safe. You don't want to have another checker sent back. Good play by Victor. 5-2. Comes in with a 2, and he blocks that with 13-8. Nice play. Now Victor is trying to roll something good. Doesn't have a lot of good numbers. 6-2. So he doesn't want to leave that back anchor. He can't move that spare off his 23 point. This is the best he can do. Looks like it's very close with 24-16. That's interesting. Yes, one of the things about a back game is sometimes the best thing is to get out of a back game. John rolls a great double 5, brings his back checkers all the way to the midpoint. Victor wants a 5 on 1 die. He doesn't get it. He gets a 6-1. He's got to keep the contact. And he plays down. And 5-4 with the ace. Now 2-1. He hits and brings another checker down. John's winning gammons half the time here. Almost. Victor comes in with a 3-2. 4-3. So a lot of options here with this 4-3. One thing you'll notice is Victor has a blot on his board. So that means John can be a little bit more aggressive than he would otherwise. Yeah, he just makes it, gives him 6-5 and double 6. The 9 point isn't really serving a purpose in terms of a blocking point. He just wanted to play safe. Victor makes his board with a 3-1. Now 6-1 for John. All right. Nice play. One of the things you want to do against the back game is slot the back of the prime. So if Victor escapes with a 6, he's going to have to go all the way around the board while Victor crunches his board. That's what's happening now. 5-4, he's forced to crunch. John rolls a 6-1. So he does cover. He wants Victor to crunch even further. 6-3. Now Victor cannot move his back checker. That would save some gammons. He's forced to play inside. 5-2. 2-1. All the plays are pretty much tied. He's trying to kill his 6s and 5s. Just slow himself down. Another 6-3 for Victor. He's going to have to play on his side. 5-2, that kills his 4. Slows him down a little bit further. John rolls a 3-1. Just comes into a 6 point. 3-1 for Victor. 2 to his ace point. 5-2 for John. The 5 is forced. And he's looking to gain some timing by getting hit. But with the 4-point board, I don't know if it's quite time yet. Well, Victor dances with a double 4. He cannot move. John rolls a 6-3. He has no 6. And he's considering whether to play 7-4 or 8-5. He does play 7-4, slightly better. 6-5. This is the reason why. He gets hit, and now John's prime on his side it stays there. 5-2. He comes in, and John is hoping the victor crashes his board. 6-1. So that's good. I think he's going to have to move his back checker. Yeah, anything where he doesn't move the back checker is a blunder. And see, we're seeing that on the XG feed. You have to come out and either advancing from 17 to 16 or 12 to 11 is tied. That's what he does. 6-3 for John, so the 6 is forced, and the 3 just continues. Victor rolls a 5-4. You can get a little closer. Two plays are tied. 6-4 for John, so that's not a good roll. It's forced. 2 to the 3 point. Victor's looking to hit with a 6 or a 5. And he gets both. He rolls a 6-5. So he's going to think about this because he's going to want to hit, but then what? He has a blot on his board that he's worried about, so he doesn't want to leave too many blots. But it looks like the double falcon play is the only play. Victor's stopping to take a picture. A lot of people do take pictures, but it's only useful to take pictures if you're going to go look at it later on XG. We have the feed here, which he did not have at the tournament. But I'm sure he went back and looked at it. So he can hit with the 6, safety with the 5. Looks like XG doesn't like that. He doesn't want to get gammoned. That's the thing. Turns out hitting and safetying loses more gammons. Yeah, this is a very tough play. What happens with this is John can come in with 6s and 5s and hit with 2s, 3s, and 4s. So that's 12 numbers right there. And double 6 is great. Double 5 is great. You're giving him a lot of good numbers. These are the kinds of things you want to go back and look on XG and not just look at this, but also do the dice distribution. Let me see if I could do that on here. It's not going to show it here. Maybe I'll do a position analysis in another video to kind of look at that. When you highlight these and you right click and you go to dice distribution, it'll show you how each play plays. So you want to see what are the good rolls for your opponent after one play versus another play. And you can even extract this data and look at the second roll dice distribution to see what are going to be the good rolls for you after your opponent plays. That's not in XG. You have to do it on a separate Excel file. So looking to hit and continue from the 23 points. That's actually the second play by XG. So if he hits there, looks like you just want the outfield control. You don't want to give John a chance to hit another checker loose inside the board. And you want to leave that there. Leave the checker on the 6 point so it's slotted. Then you're going to be able to make the 6 point, remake the 6 point with a 7 or a 12. So that's 6 numbers plus double 6, double 4, and double 3. 9 numbers. John dances with a 4-3. (3-1) for Victor. He's going to safety that one. And now that he's safetied, he can actually lift the blot. So he's looking at playing 24-23 and then 13-10. That does give another covering number, but it gives him 6s, 5-1, and double 5 to hit. Lifting the blot saves a lot of gammons. You see only 22.8% gammons after lifting the blot, but after 13-10, 35% gammons. But you win more games. So you really have to think about that, because at this score, of course you don't want to lose the game. You never want to lose the game, but if you lose the gammon, it's the match. That's why these types of plays are different than money. It's called the gammon value. Alright, so John comes in with a 5-3. He's forced to come in, and he's got to play behind. He doesn't want to leave him a direct shot. Although the plays look like they're tied on XG. I guess it's because Victor would be able to hit with the 5s, which are duplicated 5s. He needs 5s or 6s to escape his back checkers behind that 4 prime, which is a nice asset for John right now, because it's kind of trapping those back checkers. Now double 5 is a joker. Even double 6 plays nice. 3-2. He hits loose. So now John needs a 6-2 or 5-3. No, double 6. Even better. He goes all the way. Now Victor's trying to save the gammon. Double 4, good roll. He goes all the way and brings in the other checker. John's got a lot of gammons here. 6-2 bears off 2 checkers, or bears off a checker from the 6 point and plays 6-4. 3-2 for Victor. That's a bad roll. He can't move his back checkers. Now his gammons are up to 39%. 6-1 for John. Bears off 2 checkers. Getting closer and closer. Double 1. Bad roll for Victor. He has to play inside. He's losing a lot of gammons over half the time. Oh, 6-3. That leaves a shot. But bears off 2 checkers. Victor's looking for a 3 here to try to at least save the gammon. Four, 3. He gets it. He hits with a 3. And he can bring out another checker. Or continue. Not really afraid of being hit. John doesn't really want to come in and hit. So he can spread them out for a little bit more outfield control. 5-4 is forced. Comes into a 16 point. Victor wants something good. He can hit with 10s or 11s. Double 5. So he hits. And now he's going to look for the rest of it. So that's for sure. And either playing 18 to 13 or 20 to 15 is basically tied. These are two of the best players in the world. Perennial giants. You can learn a lot by watching them play. He does play 20 to 15 with the final 5. Now John's on roll on the bar. He could use something good. 6-2. He comes in. And all the top plays are pretty much tied, but 4-2. Interesting. Looks like it's not as good. It seems like more reasonable. Than 3-1. Just going all the way gives him aces and 7s and 10s. Staying here, he has 3s and 9s and 12s. There's 5. Yeah. So he does play 4-2. Victor's looking for something good. That doesn't hit. It's 6-2. So he's probably going to have to play behind. He blocks him, but XG wanted you to play behind. Double 1, so he's going to cover for sure. And then, is he going to want to stay back? What's he going to want to do? Looks like staying back in case Victor hits loose on his 6 point. John has a direct 6 from the bar. Good play by John. Victor rolls a 5-3. That's a pick and pass number. He can hit on the 6 point and continue safetying the blot. Now the race is close. But John does have 5 checkers off. 4-1 for John. He comes in from the bar with the 4 and just advances. Victor's trying to come in and win this game. 6-1. He's looking at 16-9, making that blocking point, but he needs the outfield coverage because if John escapes, John already has 5 checkers off. 9 to 3, so he can be 11 away or 10 away. So that's 11 away. So you want to see what's going to bring John closer. So if he rolls a 4 or higher, he's going to have to move the back checker. But he'll probably move it a little bit if he rolls a 3 or a 2 or a 1. Now he's looking at that. So this blocks double 4s, double 2s, double 1s, 3-1. But he does decide to stay back. So 6-3, he's forced to come forward, and he just comes forward for fewer shots, 20 to 11. Victor wants a 2 here. Shaking his dice. No, he doesn't get it, but he rolls a double 3. 3, 4. Coming all the way, it's forced. There you go. Now John's looking to win in the race. 6-4, good roll. Comes in and bears off another checker. (4-1) for Victor. I'm going to see if I can get the effective pip count. It is showing now. (3-2) for John. 2-1 for Victor. He takes off 2 checkers, but it's almost gin. 6-1 for John. Plays 4 off and 2-1. 5-3 for Victor. Bears off 2 checkers. 3-2. Almost puts it away. 5-1. Nope. It's gin. He resigns. So now John is ahead. 10-9 Crawford. 1 away, 2 away Crawford. So this is gammon go. Victor cannot use the doubling cube for 1 game. This is the Crawford game. And it won't be used thereafter, because if Victor wins, there will be no doubling cube. So a single win for Victor ties it, but a gammon wins the match. That's called gammon go. Important score. 6-3 for John. He opens by splitting his back checkers and bring 1 down. 6-1, good roll for Victor. He gets the point on head. 5-4, that's a great roll for John. Anchor saves a lot of gammons. That's one thing you really want to do. When you're at gammon save, you're the leader. Making an anchor really reduces the gammons. 6-1 for Victor. He splits his back checkers and brings 1 down. 5-2, nothing good. He's going to bring 2 down. Looks like it's better to play safe. Small error. Another 6-1 for Victor. He comes out all the way. He's not afraid of being hit or getting gammoned. 3-1 for John. He is able to hit, but then at 3, he doesn't have a great 3. So he just plays safe. Only 5-4 and 6-3 hit for Victor. He rolls a 3-1. Just comes up. Not afraid of being pointed on. 6-2. He makes his bar point, but he does leave a blot on his midpoint. Victor's looking for an ace or a 9. No, he gets a 6-2. It's an 8. So he can play to his midpoint. Looks like XG says it's a little better to just stay back. John rolls a 4-1, so he comes down and just redistributes his spares from 8 to 7. 5-3, good roll for Victor. He's able to hit. John rolls a 6-5 from the bar. He's forced to come in and comes all the way out. Looks like it was better to play behind. Double 5 for Victor. Great roll. He hits. And what else is he going to do? Come in. And he can make his ace point. He can bring 2 down. This wins a few more gammons because it gives him 4 dancing numbers as opposed to 1. 5-4 for John. So he comes in and he'll just play on his side with the 4. Great roll for Victor. He just wants to bring everything home, and that's a great roll. It brings 4 checkers down with a double 4. Now he's ahead by 24 pips in the race. John rolls a double 3. Pretty good for racing. Just brings in some checkers. 5-2. 2 off the rear point. Just clear the points in order if you can. 4-3 for John. Makes his 3 point. John still has a spare on his anchor. Victor rolls a 6-1, clears his 9 point. 1 step at a time. John uses that spare to come out and unstacks 6-5. That gives him more numbers to make his 2 point. 6-1 for Victor comes in. And is he going to want to... I don't think he'll want to play 7-6. Although he says it's better. 7-6 would give him a bad double 6 next. But XG says it's better. They're tied. 6-1 for John. Plays 14-7. 6-4 for Victor. He clears his 8 point. Getting closer and closer. But not a lot of gammons. So John's going to be able to be in this if Victor wins a single game. 6-1. 2 off the bar point. Now he just needs to bear in his last 2 checkers before he starts bearing off. 5-4 for John. 1 out and 6-2 makes his board. Not a lot of gammon, so not really much fear of being hit. 5-2. See, it's still working as a phantom anchor. Can't hit with that 2. Double 4 for John. That's a good racing roll. He's going to play all the way, although he's still way behind in the race. He'll be down 20 pips. Just plays on his side. Victor rolls a double 2, so he points on head. And this is how you win gammons. Although there are not too many. He's just trying to play safe. So now only 6-5 leaves a shot next. 5-2, John comes in, makes his board. 5-4 for Victor, that's safe. Bears off a checker and plays 6-1. John's going to have to go with the 6-3. Plays to the 11 point, 20-11. Now Victor just needs to win this race. And it'll be DMP double match point. 6-4 bears off 2 checkers. 6-4 comes in for John, bears off a checker with 4 off. 4-3 for Victor, bears off 2 checkers. John rolls a double 4, bears off 3 checkers. A double 2. Now 6-5. John's going to need something really good, or it's going to DMP. 4-1, bears off 2 checkers. Victor bears off 2 checkers with 6-5. Now he has 5 checkers. Still technically possible. John's going to need double 5 or double 6 now. No, that's gin. All right. So after a long match, it's 10-10-11. DMP double match point. So the winner of this game wins the match. Gammons and backgammons in terms of wins or losses are irrelevant. So some of the plays are a little bit different at DMP. For example, racing is more important at DMP. Anchors are devalued. Blitzing is less important. Back games are okay because gammon losses don't matter. you want to pre-clear at the end. Now with the 4-3, these are all virtually tied. 4-1, he wants to slot. That duplicates the 4s. Victor has a lot of good 4s on his side. 6-5 for Victor. He wants to race at DMP. He doesn't want to make that point. Good play. 6-4 for John. Makes his point and then comes out. (6-2). So now he makes his bar point. The other way he would have made his 4 point. 6-5 for John. He gets to come and escape. He's still behind in the race. Victor's looking for a 2 to hit. And he gets it. He gets it with a 5. So how is he going to play the 5? Just come in safe. He is ahead in the race. He's aware of that. 5-2 for John. So now he can come in and hit. Just like that. That's what he does. Victor can hit with an ace. No, he dances with the double 6. Now John has the initiative. He's going to try to cover with 5s. 6-3, he can hit another checker. That's a great roll. New favorite. Victor's on the bar with 2 checkers. He comes in with a 3-1. Great roll. That evens things out significantly. Almost a 50-50 game. John comes in with a 6-1. The 1 is forced, and he's forced to leave a shot. A direct 6 shot. With the 6 playing to his 9 point. 4-3. Victor cannot hit, but he can play all the way. 22-15. Good roll, good play. 3-2 for John. See, now he can't make that anchor because he has to hit. Another 3-1 from the bar. Comes into the 22. Looks like it's close to play to 7. That's what I would have done. I don't like going up to the 23 point. No daylight. 6-1, good roll for John. He's able to come out and make his 9 points, so that blocks 6s from Victor's 22 point. That's really strong. Neil Kazaroff says that the 9 point is one of the most underrated points. But Victor rolls a double 5, great attacking roll. But he makes deep points. If John can come in, which he does with a 4-1, those points don't have a lot of value. He's just going to safety, duplicate the hitting 2s and the anchoring 2s. Double 2 for Victor. That's all you can eat. Boom, and he can hit, he can anchor, he can do everything, but he only has 4 2s. That looks really good. He has a 5-point board. John has another blot. Double 3s. He dances. Victor's looking for a 2 to hit the other checker, or a 6 or a 4 to escape the back. One of the back checkers. No, 5-3. He can advance that forward, so that can come out with 6s where the other one can come out with 4s. So 6s and 3s can come out and 4s the other way. 6-4 for John. He dances. And Victor can hit with 2s. And a 6-4. 5-4. Just comes out all the way. He's ahead of the race. Just wants to race. John dances again with a double 4. Victor's a big favorite here. 3-2. He hits and he comes out. John wants a double 2. He gets half his wish. He gets the 4-2. Now Victor can attack with 5s and 6s. Does get a 5. So he hits there, and he can bring another checker into range with 11-7. That's what he does. John's desperate for a 2 here. No, he dances with a 4-1. Victor's looking to cover with a 6 or a 5. And he does with a 6-3. So he covers and just moves his back checker. Now he's a 97% favorite. 5-2. Here you want to make sure double sixes don't leave a shot. Also other numbers, large numbers like double 5, 6-5. 6-4 is okay. Comes in. Want to spread those spare checkers, so plays 7-3 with the 4. 6-1. Not a good roll because he's going to have to bring one in. Now he has a lot of bad numbers. 6-5, 6-4, 5-4. 3-1 is okay. Just prepares to clear his 6 point. He doesn't need a gammon here, so he just needs to clear. With the 3-2, he's just going to clear his 6 point, hoping that John comes in with a 6. No, he dances. Now John's hoping Victor rolls a double 6, double 5, or double 4. He doesn't. He rolls a 5-1, even on his top points. 6-5. John comes in with 2. And that's about lights out. Double 4 for Victor. John concedes. Congratulations to Victor Ashkenazi. So he wins this match and moves on in the Chicago Open Markowitz Masters. That's a great tournament run by Rory Pascar in Chicago. Every year he does an outstanding job at that event, and he also runs a lot of other events like Las Vegas, and he helps out in Monte Carlo. Very good tournament director. I definitely recommend you check that out. It's always a good tournament. So I hope you enjoyed this video, which was a commentary on a match between Victor Ashkenazi and John O'Hagan from the 2023 Chicago Open. It's the Markowitz Masters round of 8. Please like and subscribe, and you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. And let me know what you think in the comments below and what you'd like to see in future videos, and I'll work on that. Thank you again to Bill Riles and Ace Point Backgammon for allowing me to use this video, and I'll see you in the next video.